What makes up a FICO credit score? On this video, we're going to talk all about the 5 factors of FICO and how you can improve them. And we're getting started right now. Hey, what's going on? I'm Emmett Dempsey, mortgage broker and owner of Treasure Coast Mortgage here in Port Saint Lucie. And welcome to another video. On this channel, we talk more about mortgages, the home buying process, and some cool things around Port Saint Lucie and the Treasure Coast here in Florida. If you're new here, please think about subscribing. Okay, the FICO credit score. It's a very important score whenever you're buying a house, buying a car. A lot of times it's for renting an apartment or even getting a job. So understanding what the FICO credit score is and how you can improve it is very important. And we're going to go over that today. So basically the FICO credit score itself, it's a numerical representation of your credit worthiness. And essentially ranges from 350 to 850, obviously higher the better. And it's pulled from 3 different bureaus. You know, it's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And generally here in the mortgage business, we use the middle credit score. So basically, whatever bureau is in the middle of the high and low, we exclude those. We use the middle FICO score. Now, the FICO itself is made up of usually 5 different factors with different weights. And what those are, and then here's a little picture here, and I'll keep this up throughout the video, kind of this little wheel. Basically, number 1 is your payment history. It's about 35%. Pretty obvious. Make your payments on time and your credit FICO score will go up. And then that's pretty self-explanatory. I think everybody kind of understands that. But also the next biggest way is 30%, and that's amount owed. And this is one of the biggest ways you can sway your credit score is through your credit cards and revolving debt. So what the bureaus want to see is that you have debt, but you don't really use it a lot. So if you have maxed out credit cards, your scores will traditionally go down month after month. And that's what I see, and that's usually the biggest way you can rescore over certain thresholds, like from 580 to 600, 600, 640, etc., by just paying down your credit card. So amount owed is 30%. Next is your length of credit history. The longer the better. That's why most of your credit folks recommend, even if you have a credit card paid off, do not close it, especially if you're in the home buying process, because that will sink your scores because you cut off that long, positive credit history. Also, putting negative credit history back in the rearview mirror also helps too. Is getting the distance from that negative credit score, especially if you're you do a manual underwriting, as we call it. They look at your recent revolving installment debt, usually within a 24-month window, 12-month window. So length of credit history is very, very important. Next is your credit mix. So you have some installment loans, some mortgage loans, some revolving credit cards. So having different types of credit, definitely, and that's about 10%. The next is new credit. So how much new credit that you're taking on, that means you've been approved. So just as long as you don't try and apply for too much new credit, especially for consumer loans, a lot of your inquiries can hurt your score when you're trying to apply for new credit over and over again. And that's the difference between, a lot of car dealerships will run your credit multiple times. For us, it's 1 credit pull and it's good for 4 months. So that, in a nutshell, is how FICO scores are made up. And one of the biggest recommendations, really target that amounts owed, and that'll help your FICO score. So here in this video here, we'll go into what score you need to buy a house. I'll go over and talk about that. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.